There it goes. Good after morning, everybody. What's in your garage today? Well, today we're going to try to work on a 96 Ranger. This little Ranger is my nephew's, and it's been sitting for like 5-6 years because the freeze plugs went out in it. You see, I got some tires to air up. It's not in bad shape other than the clear coat all peeling off of it. I got some tires to put on the rims, but it's got freeze plug issues and possibly brake issues, so we're gonna try to get it off the trailer. I'm gonna work on airing the tires up today, getting it untied, and maybe even getting it off the trailer if I can get the tires aired up. So stick around and let's see if we can get some progress on this thing. Maybe even get it in the garage today. Maybe, I don't know. Now, this is a public service announcement to tell you that when the temperatures get hot, you must hydrate. Hydrate is important. Hydration is important. You can't come out here in your work area and sweat and think that you're going to survive. You're not. You must hydrate. Bring your water, folks. There we go. Bingo! Be careful out there, folks. You don't want to have an accident if you don't know what you're doing. And this here is the disadvantage to working by yourself.
Of course not, you piece of shit.
I had to laugh when I seen it on video. I was so upset with myself that letting that Ranger get out of hand there that I didn't do any more videoing of me getting it in the shop, but I got it in, took it apart. The next videos you're going to see is I have to make sure that it runs before I start tearing it apart. Yippee! It runs! Don't run great, but it runs. So, what am I looking at? Alright, let's start with the breather. The breather has something here attached to the side of it. That That looks okay. Then it's got the one that goes up here to the PCV on top of the motor. Comes around, it's got another one here. That looks like it. Okay. The reason I have this picture is I wound up with 4 tires. I only had one that held air, so we had to get the size so we could get tires for this thing. So you know, some of the first things we got to do is take all this garbage off the top of it and get down to the roots and figure out this thing. Well, let's see. Probably take that off, this off. I want to take the hood off too, get rid of all this stuff. Oh, okay. Well, let's start one place. Look how dirty this thing is, man. It's nasty. It's been leaking for some time. You can see it down here. Look at that. Everything's covered. The power steering's been leaking for a long time, from what I hear. And you can see it all over the motor. But this was glare on the glare. So hey everybody, back to a little update on the Ranger. I'm almost ready. We are almost ready to pull the motor out. I'm going to get it up on jack stands today. Maybe even work on getting the transmission take loose. We just got to take the transmission loose and we're ready to pull the motor out. So we're getting closer. This little booger was the culprit. That's the whole reason we're doing this. It found laying on the transmission. Check this, dipstick, no O-ring. Well, that's not working very well, is it? We'll have to fix that. Okay, this piece hooks to the lift bracket right here. And it plugs in, this plug plugs into it. And it goes right onto the exhaust. It's part of the exhaust. Okay, so I got 2 bolts here. One here, one here. Then I've got 2 bolts up there. Now both of these, I know I'm spinning here. See if you can see these bolts. That one and the one above it. The one above it I can reach from up there, but I think I can get both of them from down here. Then scoot over to the other side, and I got 2 on this side. All right. I got to pull the dipstick here to get to that top one because I couldn't get a wrench on it. But I probably get a wrench. I could probably get a wrench on it. I don't know what that vacuum line thing is here. Well, I gotta figure out what that is. Oh, that might be a clutch cable. Huh. But I think if I break that loose, I might have to pull that engine too far forward. Here, anyway, that's good. Good morning, everybody. Well, it's another day in the old man Tinker's garage, and we're going to get back on the Ranger. It's been quite a bit, you know, a week or two, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, something like that, since we've been able to come out here because it's just been too intensely hot. I mean, hey, when you have a garage with no insulation and it gets 100 degrees outside, it gets hot, a whole lot hotter in here. So let me bring you up to speed on where we are right at the minute. So I've almost got the motor ready to come out. I've got to take some bolts off the transmission. I've got the bolts loose. They're all broke loose. I was working on that there hook pin, and I still ain't the jury's still out on that. I don't know how good that's going to be to use, but we'll see. So I'm almost ready to pull it out, and then we can get started on those freeze plugs. And yet another day. Look what I'm looking at. Oh, buddy. We got her hanging. Oh. Zoom out. Look at here. Here's our culprit. And that sucker right at the back of the block where you can't get to it with your hands. Look at that. Because that one would have been easy to get to. It's not even rusty. That one's pretty decent. You know. I got to get some of this oil off here. Looks like something's been leaking here. Maybe the hose? You know what? I don't know. Sure is a lot of oil. I bet that valve cover leaked like I said. Maybe I should pull that cover off and look at that cam seal and see if it's leaking. You know what I mean? But this motor's nasty. We got to get her out. Well, I got her out. Sorry. There's one. I think there might be another one back there behind that. I don't know what the heck that is. I got to research what the heck that is. That's crazy. All right. So we got her out. We're going to get her cleaned up and get that freeze plug replaced. I got to do some research on that. Are we going to replace that slave cylinder while it's out and easy to get to? I don't know. What do you think, Chris? Should we replace that while it's easy to get to? Got to clean that tranny up too. Get all that cleaned up. Alrighty. Hey, stay close. More to come. That's all it's got. Hey, you might try a different tip on it. I don't know the difference between the tips. Oh, that one goes on. 25.
Yeah, it needs a degreaser, man. It sucks with the sun shining in your face. You really can't see back here.
Right.
But that's all I've got. I can't. We get that out there, we won't be able to get it back in here.
And well, unless we have plywood, and we don't have plywood. I don't know if he's got some out at the house.
Oh, I wanted to. You can buy one. It's too much money to buy a new one.
That got some big wheels on it.
You buy one where this is bolted to a shaft, it bolts into a hitch. I thought about backing the truck up here and hooking it up like that. And then pulling the truck out there and then I'm pressure washing it right up against the truck.
Right. So the only thing that would help this now is put bigger wheels on it. That
off-road
would,
wheels.
that, huh?
Off-road wheels, but then I wouldn't be able to get it under the car. So basically I need an off-road stand for an open motor.
Right.
That I can roll the off-road stand like with wheelbarrow wheels on it. Roll it out there and pressure wash.
Or we need plywood.
Yeah.
That
And
way-
concrete out there.
Well, that would be preferable, but we don't have that.
Yeah.
So the next best thing is plywood.
So in the meantime,
I mean, I'd let that sit there and drip.
yeah, I was thinking we push it up here. I can clean up the water off the floor. It's no big deal.
And this right here is the biggest reason you don't see videos on YouTube for changing freeze plugs, because you have to pull the motor. This one is at the back of the firewall, so you got to pull the motor to change freeze plugs, and that's why you don't see videos on it. I don't even know what this thing is. What is that thing? Some kind of redraft of oil blow by or some shit like that. I don't know. That's weird. But there's a freeze plug.
You can find videos all over YouTube on how to punch out and put in a freeze plug. I'm going to show you one quick one just to add context to my videos. You take a punch and a hammer, start on one side, see how it starts rocking sideways? Then you can use your punch and just poke it on out. Or you can grab a pair of pliers. And work it out of there, just like that. There you go. I mean, now see, that's still a decent freeze plug. Technically, I could just put it right back in, but I bought all new ones. I want to clean these areas up. I bought all new ones anyway. So this right here works really well. Clean those holes out. Oh yeah, nice smooth surface. Oh yeah, that's nice. Look at what we found. Look at this. Look at that. Oh my goodness. That is thick. It's all the way down in there. Look how deep it went. All the way down to here.
Oh, metal shavings.
Oh, go ahead and pull that out of there. Wow. Oh, yeah, I unplugged it.
Here?
I don't have no masks. I'm not no COVID freaking freak.
No, I meant breathing in this shit.
Don't breathe it in.
No smoking.
Hold your breath.
Yeah, that's funny.
Hold your breath.
This.
Bailey, get your ass over there to your mama. Go. Are you recording it? Oh my God. This out, that seal was leaking. That's the bottom of it right there. It was leaking. So, one of the things that I highly recommend that you do, if you get to a point where you're taking off the flywheel to put new clutches in or anything like that, is to replace the rear main seal. It's not that big of a deal. Put a little grease around the shaft. Put a little grease around the inside of your seal, and it will just slide on there, just like so. Then you gotta tap it inside. See, I got it a little crooked, so I gotta pull it back out and get it straightened up. Yeah, okay. Here, let me get a pick. Is there a pick over here? No. Have to pay attention to how you put things together so that you don't come in wrong. Yeah, I was lucky and I had just a little bit of space around the top I could stick this pick in, pull it out, because I didn't have it going in there straight. I want that going in there straight. Then, nice and straight. Take a flat bottom punch. You gotta walk it around. Just gently tap it. Now if I had a large round circle of something that I could put on this, that would be the best idea. Just put something around it if you can hammer it evenly. But if you don't have that, you gotta do it this way. And you just pay attention to what you're doing. Take your time. Be patient. Just a little snug at a time. Tiny little snug. Tiny little snug. You can see it's starting to get harder. You want to make sure it goes in nice and straight. And notice I said I put grease around the crankshaft and I put grease on the rear main seal itself. Do gentle taps. Gentle taps. You don't need to wheel it. You don't need to hammer it fast. You need it to go nice and straight. You'll notice every now and then I have to hammer it a little harder. That's because I've gotten just a little bit crooked. You gotta go nice and straight and flush. And then you'll see how easy that really is. And this will save you a lot of time and a lot of money, because what we did is we replaced the oil pan gasket. We replaced all of the freeze plugs and the rear main seal now, prior to putting the motor back in. We changed the oil, cleaned the oil pan. I gotta clean this thing here too. That's the positive crank PCV thing. Catches all the blow by off the motor, puts it right back in the oil pan.
All right, there we go. Plain and simple. Simple temple. Well, it runs. Not great, but it runs. I think I might have to pump that gas out of there, that bad gas. Check this out. Check this out. Look at that. It's just a pissing. So I found a video that showed me how to jump the breaker, the fuel pump breaker, with the key off, but I got battery. Got the battery charger on it. See, the battery charger's charging already. I did not have, the way they did it was right from right here. I did not have the, a line, any kind of a line or a hose or a tube that I could put on that to pump it out here. But you know what? That's gonna work. I'm just using the fuel pump, pumping all the fuel out. I'll keep an eye on that until it's either done, and then that'll get me all the gas out of it. Then I've got another can of gas right there to put back in it when this is done. Cool. It's the little things, right? Goes. It's done. Look at that. That's all the gas it had in it. Wow. All right. Let's cut it off. Put some. My gas. Yeah, that's all. That? It's supposed to be your cruise control. Oh. Computer not getting the idle up high, is it? You gonna give it gas or not? Oh. Sounds like a small gas leak, small exhaust leak somewhere. Oh, hey, you're supposed to give it gas. There you go. Gotta give it gas, it's manual. Hey, I told you while we had the motor out would have been a proper opportunity to put a clutch in it. In the world of, oh shit, did I do that? So, the one thing that I didn't say the other day, and I know it's noisy in here, but we'll see how this works, is we had to put, I told him that I got the engine out, now is the perfect time to put the clutch in. So we had dropped the transmission yesterday, put the clutch in. Well, I wasn't gonna play with just the clutch. I got the slave cylinder pressure throwout bearing, got that. Oh, wait a minute, then the clutch wouldn't work, so we had to go get the reservoir master cylinder, put that on. Now it works. Now you're gonna see it driving out. They're putting the shifter back in now, and now you're gonna see it drive out of the driveway. It was inside the truck, I don't know. Remember, there's two of them. The little bottle and then the cat clean. And then there's the little skinny bottle of Lucas. Just put the cat clean in first and put some more in later. Here we go. Test number 3,486. Remember, you gotta let it sit there and warm up a minute for it to run better. I think the plugs have to warm up. Oh, maybe it's its personality that has to warm up. Yeah, I'm like an old Buick. I put my legs down on the floor and I sit there for a minute before I go. Because you got to give it gas to put it in gear. You shifting gears yet? Hey, man. Sounds better. Yay! Now let's see if we can back out without killing it. Gotta give it gas. Come on, you gotta give it gas. You had 5 gallons in there. There's no way you're out. Rev it up a little bit. All right, let's see what it does. Give it gas. Hey, it moves. Hot damn, it moves. There it goes. Finally, after a year, of course, mind you, I wasn't working on it an entire year. It's just, hey, look, the brake lights work. Hot damn. A lot of the time it sat here, I was waiting on parts. Oh, he can't keep it running yet. He's not used to driving it. It does seem to idle a little bit low. I don't know. That would have to be set by the computer because that's fuel injected. It's not got a carburetor on it. Probably killed it again. Getting through a few gears. There he goes.
All right. Cool beans. I love it. I love it. That means my bay is empty. So I can clean the bay and get the tractor in here and get that oil leak solved, that front seal. And then the next project's going to be the power for the welder. You can see over there I've got the line laying there for the welder. I got to run that so I can plug in the welders. And then in a week or two I'll contact Brandon and we'll talk about the Saturn. So anyway, that's where it is. I'm just waiting to see if he comes back with problems or if he don't, because he's going to the gas station and to the car wash. Whoops. He was going to the gas station and the car wash. Oh, yeah, I know something. Here, I'll add to this. I'll add to this while we're doing this. The other day we had a storm roll through. I think they called that Hurricane Beryl. By the time it got to Arkansas, it was Tropical Depression Beryl. But I had found 2 rotten trees. Let's see if I can zoom in on them here. 2 trees came out of the woods right there, laid across my driveway. Chris and them, he moved them so he'd get in the driveway. But hey, one step at a time. Oh, here's another one. I know Roger likes watching my videos, so my scrap metal pile is getting rather large. I'm getting upset with that, so I'm going to take that pallet and set it out there in the woods and move that shit. But I've got all of my gallon jugs of used oil that were sitting there. It's all empty now, and it's all in there. You can see I spilled a little bit. And I've got maybe 6-7 inches of room space left to pour oil in there, and then it's full. So, all right, just a little update. Hey, and another thing, I'm not gone. I didn't quit making videos. I'm not gone from YouTube or anything like that. It's been hot. I'm old. Some things that I do, like for instance, putting together this Vevor welding cart, putting it together. I didn't make a video on that. It just, to me, it didn't make sense. I got this. Check this out. Plasma table. You flip it up, and it's a plasma table. You flip this one down, or you flip this one up at the welding table, or you flip both of them down like this one's hanging, and you put the tubes on it, and it's a fender stand. So that was cool. That was cheaper than buying a plasma table, but I wanted one. So I've got me a fabrication table, a portable welding table and plasma table, workbenches, thanks to David, plasma cutter, my structural welder, my baby welder I bought when I first got here, my little 110, that's my 110 welder, this is my 220 welder. I've got, the garage is a mess. Mama's been doing projects. That thing is in good color. That's aloe vera. That thing's in good color for sitting inside, no sun. Wow, I'm shocked. Anyway, got that project going. Went and got my plug. Now all I gotta do is run my wire into the fuse box. I got my breaker. I got my 50 amp breaker. So now all I gotta do is poke a hole in the side, run the wire in there. I've got to get me, this is a 3/4 end piece that goes on the wire. This is too big for that wire. I went and bought it thinking it would fit, and it don't. It doesn't fit over this, so I'm gonna have to go back and get a 1/2 inch one. When I was looking at the 1/2 inch one, they didn't seem like they were the right size. I'm pretty sure that there's nothing gonna happen to that truck. He's gonna go down to the gas station and put gas in it and then go to the car wash and wash it. Probably by that time he'll get used to how it runs and he'll know. Oh, and one other thing. I put that light up there. Look what's happening to the garage now that I did that. The freaking bugs just get all over the damn place. Also, update. I gotta mow the grass, man. I have not yet got a healthy green pepper off my bush yet. Something is damaging my green peppers before they mature. Those haven't even sprouted no green peppers yet. Waiting to see what's happening there. This poor tomato, it's got spider webs and shit on it. I wonder if those are called aphids. Maybe I need to look at that. I don't know. I don't do green thumb stuff. This is all mama's stuff. I don't know what are these? Beefsteak tomatoes? Hell man, they're slow growing. We got a couple of beans here now, but everything's just slow. I think the type of dirt that I put in there wasn't right or something. I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna go back in the house and sit down and chill a little bit. It's starting to get warm out here. Wait and see if the kid shows back up. So until then, you know what I always said when I put a video together? I always said, hey, sitting in the house in the air conditioning is not going to get your projects done. You got to get your ass out in the garage and you got to work on your stuff or you'll never get anything finished. I still need to go down to Louisiana and pick up the other 65 Fairlane that I so passionately dubbed as shop truck, because I'm going to cut the back of the station wagon off to make it into a truck. You'll see. I'll be putting a series together of that one. But let me get cleaning this floor up. It's been sitting there for a while. All right. See you later. Keep wrenching.